Join me today while I show you how to make this simple yet very delicious potato side dish right here. Hello friends and welcome back. My name is Andrea. If you're new to my channel, welcome. I am going to show you how to make a parsley potato. So I've been making these potatoes for probably 10, 15, probably more than that. So I've made a few changes along the way to the original recipe, but they're very delicious. So really simple and easy to throw together. Great side dish if you're having steak or fish or chicken, pork, whatever you're having, this is just a great side item to go with that. So let's get started. All right, so let's get started on our potatoes. So first I've got a saute pan. This is just a taller walled saute pan. It is 3.5 quarts. So I wanted it instead of the regular saute pan because I just wanted a little more height on the sides there. So we're just going to turn the heat on. I'm just going to get it going at medium, and we are going to add just a little bit of oil, not very much. I'm just using avocado oil. So I have chopped up one kind of medium onion. It's probably a little on the smaller side of a medium. So I diced that up. And then I also have a half a bunch of flat leaf parsley here that I've just chopped up. So I just washed it, cleaned it off of the stems, and then just chopped it up. And then I've got the other half of the bunch here, and then we'll use a little bit of this for our garnish. And then we are also using the little red potatoes. So 1.5 pounds. This bag was 1.5 pounds, so no waste there, nothing left over. And then I'm also got 1 cup of chicken broth. And you could buy your chicken broth already prepared. I just use like a chicken base, and this is more of a liquid, so you need to keep it in the refrigerator, and then just mixed up my own. So, and then we're also going to use some garlic, and this is minced garlic. All right, we're just waiting for our oil to get heated up here. So I made this dish, oh gosh, probably 15-20 years ago. I came across the recipe, and I've changed it a little bit since then. But it's a great dish to have with really any kind of protein. So whether you're fixing, you know, some ribeyes or filet mignon, or, you know, a pork tenderloin. I think we're gonna have this with some smoked chicken. You could even fix this to go along the side with fish, certain kinds of fish. So it really is a very versatile side dish to any dinner that you're fixing. So, all right, so we're gonna see here. Yep, there we go. Dump our onions in there. And I just have the heat on medium. And we're just going to saute these onions just for a bit before we add our garlic. So our onions are just starting to color a little bit. And I don't need these like super dark or anything, so they're just starting to get a little golden. So at this point, I'm going to add some garlic. So this is just a regular spoon, kitchen spoon. You don't want this to go for too long because you don't want your garlic to burn. So, and it will burn super fast. Okay, so now I'm going to add the chicken stock. And just be careful not to burn yourself from the steam. And then we're going to add our potatoes. Just dump those in there. I just washed them. Just make sure they're all in there. And we're just going to bring this back to a boil. And then once it starts boiling, then I'm going to turn it down on low and then just let it simmer for about 10 minutes. And I'll put a lid on it. That way it'll basically kind of just steam those potatoes. Alright, it's just starting to boil, so I'm going to turn it down and I'm going to cover it and I'm going to set the timer for 10 minutes. Alright, so our 10-minute timer went off. So we're going to check these, and they are so not done. So we're going to go ahead and flip these over. This part is just kind of a guessing game because we say 10 minutes, but it really just depends on the size of your potatoes. So we're just going to kind of try and flip these around a bit. Now, if you didn't have the little potatoes, you could, if you had slightly bigger ones, you could always quarter them. Just cut them into quarters, and that will work too. So it just adds a little more work, but if that's what you got, that's what you got. So. Most of these kind of turned around. Alright, so we're going to just cover this again and set it for another 10 minutes. Alright, so our second 10 minutes is up. Oh yeah, they're done. Okay, so we are going to pull the potatoes out. Just set them in a dish here. Alright, so we have a little bit of liquid left. So I'm going to add our parsley. And then I'm going to add some black pepper. Now I'm not going to add any salt yet. because we did use chicken stock, and your chicken stock will tend to have a fair amount of salt. So we'll wait till this is done, and then we'll taste it and see if it needs any more salt. Okay, so I'm going to turn this up to medium, and at this point I'm going to add a half a cup of wine, just whatever white wine that you want. This is an apple wine, but you can use, you know, a Moscato, you can use a Sauvignon Blanc, whatever, a Pinot, whatever white wine you have on hand that you like. If you don't want to use wine, you could use about 1/4 of a cup of fresh squeezed lemon juice. The wine's going to give you a little bit of acidity, so the lemon juice would also give you a little bit of acidity. So if you don't want to use the wine, use like 1/4 cup of lemon juice and then 1/4 of a cup of just water, or you could add some more chicken stock to that. So, and if you're wanting to make this vegan, you could absolutely use vegetable stock instead of chicken stock. So that's an easy swap. So we're just going to bring this up to a simmer. We're just going to cook a little bit of that alcohol out of that, because we're not really looking for it to taste like alcohol. It smells wonderful. Some people are a little afraid of cooking with wine, but don't be, because you're going to cook the alcohol out of it. But it definitely adds just a bit more depth of flavor to your dish. Yeah, we do not need any salt. All right, so I'm going to turn this back down on low, and then I'm going to add 3 tablespoons of butter. It's almost room temperature, but I'm just going to add those at the end, and this will just kind of bring it all together and just add a little richness to it. And I'm just going to add the potatoes back in. And then I'm going to cover it and turn it off of the heat until we're ready to serve it.